What is going on, YouTube? PPS here. YouTube play of the daytime. We're doing one special for you guys on Sunday. I did miss yesterday. I had some family in town for a little bit, so we're a little bit out of sorts yesterday, and now we're back. Didn't stop us from having another profitable day. If you do follow me over on Twitter, we did have another one that is 4 out of the last 5 days being profitable on free plays, whether it be on here, Twitter, pass the prop, whatever it is. We've been heating up over here. So really excited to get into today's action. Full game of slates. We got the early 11 o'clock. We got a late game. We got that 3 o'clock slate as well. But coming on for 6-0 right now. We're rolling 6-0. Last show, Gunnar Henderson to get a hit. Spencer Strider minus 114. And then the nice fun one there. And Mr. Chris Bassett absolutely shoving on the for the Blue Jays against the Padres in that matchup with Blake Snell. That gets us up to 33, 26, 6.53 units, and we're rolling. Hopefully we can continue this into today, and that's the plan. So first play of the day is going to be Cardinals, first 5, money line. Let me pull it up. This is on FanDuel right now. Right here, you can see. And then Luzardo with Ketel Marte will be my next play at plus 108, so you can see it right there. But Cardinals, minus 128 there. Everywhere else I'm seeing is like minus 135, minus 140, and that's what I expected it to be at. I don't really do too much juice. You guys kind of know that here. I don't really do that, but I think this is very, very warranted. We have a team here in the Cardinals who obviously, in my opinion, have a better pitching matchup. Montgomery under a 2.5 ERA on the road so far this season. Doing very, very good at keeping guys off base. 6.4% walk rate. Very nice. We're looking at a guy here who's just, again, getting a little bit more ground balls than he has in the past, around 46% ground ball rate, only an 8% barrel rate, which is pretty good for a guy who doesn't really overpower people. Finding a way to keep the ball in the yard. Obviously, he doesn't throw super hard. He does give up hard hits, but he's finding a way to get guys out, keeping the ball on the ground, and eliminating the home run. Heading over to Tyone, 7.6 ERA, 7.06 ERA at home so far this year. 9 homers in 43 innings, a 564 slugging allowed. Obviously, you got Goldschmidt, you got Nootbaar, all these guys, but against lefties, right? You got your Nootbaar, Burleson, all those guys from the left side. We have a 594 slugging percentage on the year against them, 290 batting average, 409 WOBA is crazy. Still a 263 against righties, so he's better but not great. And obviously at home he's really, really struggled, right? So at home against lefties he has a 670 slugging. At home against righties he has a 307 batting average allowed to righties with a 413 slugging. So both sides of play are hurting him. This is a really tough matchup with this Cardinals team. I think that obviously they lost a few of the first ones here. Got to step up. Montgomery, I think, definitely is the better side in this spot. And I expect him to keep the ball off the barrel there. Sinker, curveball, cutter, change up, right? He's going to be just mixing it up, keeping the ball down, and hopefully getting these guys to roll over there. Obviously, this Cubs team is hitting pretty well, so I think that's why this recency bias is giving us this line. But I'm going to be rolling with Montgomery. Not going to mess around with the bullpens. Sign me up for Montgomery versus Tyone. Montgomery in the Cardinals, first 5 money line, minus 128. All right, you guys already saw it. Ketel Marte, Jesus Luzardo, 7 strikeouts there. So let's get right on into Mr. Marte and why we're going to roll with him today. Ketel Marte is facing off against Luke Weaver. Luke Weaver is predominantly fastball, changeup, curveball versus left-handed batters so far this year. If you look at that's 94% of his pitches, right, are going to be there. So 4-seam fastball, 291 batting average for Ketel Marte. You have a 417 slugging against the changeup, 259 expected batting average with a 53% hard hit rate against the changeup for Marte. But I really like that the curveball is going to be used just as much as the other two. He has a 306 batting average, 611 slugging versus the curveball. I think that's really important because these pitchers, they get into a routine, right? And I specifically clicked it to just find what he does against lefties. He doesn't use his curveball that much against righties, or at least not the same amount. But I think Marte being able to hit that curveball, being able to, hit the changeup hard when he does get a chance to face that, right? Over a 50% hard hit rate on that changeup is obviously something that you want to see. And also 53 or 50% hard hit rate on the curveball is important as well. So just two spots I wanted to make sure I talk about because he's being the juice reducer, I guess, at minus 300 here. I did like Corbin Carroll quite a bit, but he's like plus or minus 360 now and has been moving all morning. So I do like the spot. Obviously, the bullpen here, the park, everything signs me up for some Diamondbacks in this spot. So I love that. You have Jesus Luzardo on the other side. Still has a 3.33 ERA. Still has a 3.57 expected ERA, which is just crazy, right? This dude has just been awesome. Even after getting blown up in his last start, really struggled against the Cardinals. He was on the road, right? That's what I said. I take him when he's at home because at home he's an absolute monster, right? 81 strikeouts in 66 2/3 innings. That brings you up to a 32% K rate or 31% K rate at home. He's at a 32% K rate versus lefties, 27.5 versus righties. He's got an xFIP of 194 versus lefties so far this year. That is nuts, right? And you're facing the Rockies team with still the lowest OPS versus lefties, right? Obviously, they got to Braxton Garrett. I know Jesus Luzardo is a different beast, man. This dude's going to be running that fastball way higher in velo, right? We're going to be seeing 97 on the average. You got a wipeout slider with a 51% whiff rate and a 38% whiff rate on that changeup. That changeup has taken a huge step forward this year, moving from 44% whiff to 51 this past year. Put away percentage going up 5%, right? He's able to get guys out on both sides of the plate because that changeup is such a nullifier to right-handed batters. So 7 strikeouts. I love that spot. I love backing him at home because the dude is just an absolute beast. And obviously we're on the road so far this year. I think this is important because this has been his Achilles heel is those road games. Too bad today. If it was in Coors, yeah, I probably wouldn't be taking him. But at home so far this year, 0.68 home runs per 9 versus 135 on the road. He has a 288 batting average on the road versus 200 at home, but a 278 BABIP at home versus 358 on the road. So we're seeing a guy here in Luzardo who at home, he is probably one of the best pitchers in baseball. He's obviously one of the best prospects. He's such a young dude, and he's just so polished. Slider, changeup. I think he's going to be dominating the Rockies today. Could see CJ Cron sitting as well, which would be very important. That's a big bat in their lineup. He did sit yesterday. Could see him sitting again today, and he should be able to just mow these guys down. Love his leash as well. Should see him over 100 pitches. So today's two spots, guys. Cardinals first 5 money line minus 128. Ketel Marte plus Jesus Luzardo, 7 strikeouts plus 106. So 33 and 26 on the year, guys. 6 in a row. If you could hit that like button if you've been making money with me on this run, I really appreciate all you guys. And we will talk again tomorrow. Have a good one, guys. And